Okay, Jake. It's been a week since the announcement of when we're recording this podcast of Overwatch 2, and and the whole office at this point, I'm pretty sure knows that I hate Overwatch 2 as a concept. I think it was a really dumb decision.
You are a pessimistic man, Zan.
Well, there's no reason to be optimistic about Overwatch 2.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Go on.
yeah. For those of you who haven't been paying so much attention, here's what Overwatch 2 is. It's base PvP, same as Overwatch 1, same thing going on, maybe like a little bit of character rebalancing or whatever. The main additions are a story mode, co-op hero missions, and theoretically those are going to be more or less like the PvE events that we already have in Overwatch 1. And they're also adding like a skill tree only in PvE, and aside from that, they're adding a bunch of stuff that's both coming to Overwatch 1 as well as 2. That being a new game mode called Push, which is essentially just tug of war. And they have 4 new maps. And their rumors are that they're going to have around 4 new heroes, a new engine, like game development engine. So, new lighting, new UI, all that jazz.
Making it sound pretty cool, Zan.
And all skins, cosmetics, and progress comes over. It would be
Very
cool.
important point there.
Yeah. Thank God they're doing
Imagine.
that. Yeah, imagine if they didn't. I would be burning stuff.
They have to be real dumb. Yeah. Someone's going to do it eventually.
No, I know. I guarantee you that was on the table at one point in time.
And then they were like, well, this whole Hong Kong thing, we probably should let them keep their skins.
Yeah. See, and that's the Hong Kong thing is what really kind of colors this whole situation.
Oh, well, let's not even get into that.
No, I think it's really important to touch on it very briefly, because I think it's important to note that if I told you 3 years ago when Overwatch was like really in its prime, if I told you that Overwatch 2 would be announced and the general reaction from the video game community would be like a resounding, yeah, all right, as opposed to like hype and excitement, everybody getting
okay, let me defend it a little bit from what I saw. It was actually kind of hard to find negative comments that had a lot of traction to them. I would say that a lot of the reaction I saw was positive, but it was more so of like a saving positive. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, it was people that were kind of like feeling like they were saved by this, as it was needed, not more so as if it was like, oh crap, this is like going to be great. It was more so like the game needed this, like this is like we're hanging on, like,
yeah, right, like
if that makes sense.
No, it absolutely does.
And there's a ton of people that apparently love stories.
Yeah, well, it's the stories. It makes sense. Obviously, everybody's been asking for that for Overwatch since day one. Since everybody loves the characters.
That only keeps you so far, guys.
Yeah,
I get that you like it.
Speaking, yeah.
Is it out now, the official price of it all?
None of that's out. The only details that we really have are that eventually Overwatch 2 and Overwatch 1, the PvP is going to be essentially one game. So if you have a copy of Overwatch 1, you're going to be able to play Overwatch 2 PvP with Overwatch 2 players.
That is just so crazy to me.
Yeah, it's weird.
Can there be pro players that don't buy Overwatch 2?
No.
Because of the new characters?
No. Or, I mean, everybody's getting the new characters. Everybody gets the new characters. Everybody gets the new maps.
Okay, I guess great discussion. What is the point of buying Overwatch 2? Be fair. What are the actual additions?
Literally, the only reason to buy Overwatch 2 is the PvE stuff.
Does the new engine, dumb question, does the new engine also...
They are saying the new engine is going to get updated into Overwatch 1. I literally, before we came in here, I've been talking about this with our video guy Pete and our team lead Maj all week, and I was saying like, hey, they're gonna say it's Overwatch 2, and they're gonna say Overwatch 2 is out, and it's separate from Overwatch 1, but they're just gonna reskin Overwatch 1 to essentially be the same thing as Overwatch 2, just taking out the PvE part. And that's essentially what's happening.
Yeah.
And they just don't want to say that this is essentially an expansion. It is an expansion.
I don't think most people would deny that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fair to say. The amount of content we're getting is about the same as like a standard video game expansion in 2019. And which is why I hate that they're calling Overwatch 2, because it's disingenuous on a number of levels. Anyway, yeah, it's Jeff Kaplan just confirmed that the 2 game clients are going to combine.
That's just
making it even less of a point to have an actual Overwatch 2. And it really just seems like they want Overwatch 2 so they can have an excuse to say, hey, give us some more money.
God,
like another lump sum up front.
So strange.
Yeah, can you think of another game that's ever done this?
I was just trying to think about if CS:GO did this, how would they do it and not receive backlash? Because it's all so similar.
Right.
You get a few additional things that you they don't change the game.
Right. Yeah.
So why is it a new game and not just an expansion or an update, a giant update?
Right. Yeah. you know what makes this situation even worse? Kaplan confirmed. He said 100%. The reason why the content in Overwatch, the base game right now, has been like declining, why we haven't been getting a lot of new events, new stuff going on, is because they've been working on Overwatch 2. And then they present this in Overwatch 2 as like borderline nothing.
Yeah.
It's just story stuff. And all the story stuff that I saw was just the same as standard PvE that we already have in Overwatch. And none of that, I would not say any of that is really worth a full expansion.
Imagine if they had all this backlash, right? Lots of people hated Blizzard over the past month or 2 months.
Right.
BlizzCon comes around. There's a few protesters here and there. Free Hong Kong, free Hong Kong. The public backlash was at an all-time high for Blizzard.
Yeah.
And imagine at BlizzCon, they apologize. Empty apology, by the way.
Terrible apology. Not an apology at all.
But they then give Overwatch players and viewers and the community an entirely updated engine and all this content for free as a giant update. Because, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's
they kind of are doing that for free.
But you're going to pay for it.
Well, I mean, you have to pay for the PvE stuff. You don't have to pay for anything else. You get the updated engine. You can get the new characters. You get the maps.
But you buy Overwatch. But you buy Overwatch 2.
Only for PvE. That's the only thing you have to pay for.
So you can get part of Overwatch 2 without even paying?
Yeah, you are essentially getting Overwatch 2.
I'm so lost.
As
a non-Overwatch guy, I'm so lost.
It's really unnecessarily confusing. It really should not be confusing. It should just be, hey, it's an expansion. You buy the expansion, you get PvE. Done. Nice and clean, right?
Yeah.
Instead of being, I've seen so many articles clarifying what Overwatch 2 means.
Now I get you. Now I understand. So it's like, let's compare it to like a Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny.
It's like a Destiny DLC.
Right, yeah.
It's still the same Destiny. It's like, it's still Overwatch 1.
Right, essentially.
They just offer you that DLC for PvE.
As far as they're saying, yeah.
And then give you a new engine and everything else. People are like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, I don't know.
You know what makes it even weirder, though, is that they're saying it's going to come out on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. And we know for a fact that PS5 is going to be out by next December.
Oh, boy. This is a new discussion.
They also said they don't know when Overwatch 2 is releasing. How can you not know when your game is going to release if it has to come out before next December?
This is a new topic. We will keep you all posted as we learn more about Overwatch 2.
Which is why you do this to us.